Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Rachel Klein and I will be your presenter for the next 20 minutes. Today we are talking about a pretty simple basic topic today. It's in the donations module and it's the receives statement checkbox. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So in the donations module, the whole purpose of utilizing this module is to be able to track your giving and then get those donation statements out at the end of the year. Sometimes on support calls, I talk to people and they'll say, I know this person has made a donation. I know this person has giving, but when I go to get a donation statement printed for them, their name doesn't come up. Or when I printed out all my statements, it missed this person. And I'm looking in Browse and I can tell that they do in fact have giving. When I hear this, typically what that means is that their receives statement box doesn't have a check mark in it. So they meet all the criteria when you're running your donation statements. But if they don't have a check mark in the receives statement checkbox, that's going to override them meeting the criteria. And then it's going to omit them from getting a donation statement. Okay, so in donations, go right here into Manage Givers. And this is going to show you all of your givers that you have in your database. Let me make the screen a little bit bigger. If you look over here to the right, there are several tabs across the top, specifically the name tab. There is a little checkbox here that says Receive Statement. It's pretty simple. If it's checked, the program will generate them a donation statement if they meet the criteria. If it's unchecked, the software will not print a donation statement for them. Okay, so again, make sure everybody who needs a donation statement needs to have this checked. By default, when you enter someone into the database, that box does become checked, but I have seen different situations where it gets accidentally unchecked or someone went with giving with a family to not, and then that unchecked that box on them. But just keep in mind, anyone who needs a statement has to have that box checked, okay? Now, to dive into that a little bit further, we're looking at Nina right now. She's highlighted on the left. We can see that Nina does in fact have her received statement box checked, okay? But if we come down here, see Bill and Donna, see how they're sharing the same number and their little boxes here are blue? That tells us that they give as a family. So if I highlight Bill to make sure Bill has his received statement box, look over here to the right, you can see that it's actually grayed out. So what we have to do is find the Bell family now on this Families and Groups tab. And once we find them here on the Families and Groups tab, then I'm able to specify for the family that they want to receive a donation statement. Okay, so if someone is checked gives with family, you need to go to the Families and Groups tab, check their receive statement box on the name tab here. If they are an individual giver, find them on the individual givers tab and check the receive statement box here. Okay. So pretty straightforward. If you go to check somebody and it's grayed out, then that means they either give as an individual or a family and group, and you just have to figure out which one to check the box. Okay. I hope that's clear. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's go into, you can also generate a report. So instead of clicking through this list and making sure who you need to have received statement is checked, you can generate a quick report to see everybody who does or doesn't have it checked. So if we go up to reports and export up at the top, compare and analyze, and then this pledge giving analysis report. This report is very, very flexible. You can really do a lot with this. But here under giving include, I'm going to do all. Pledging include, I'm going to do all. My date range doesn't really matter for this. But then right up here at the top, I have this does not receive statement. So I want to tell the software, I want a list of everybody, regardless of their giving and pledging, that isn't checked to receive a donation statement. Okay. I'm going to check that box, and then I'm going to come up here to the Givers tab, and then I'm going to make sure all my donations individuals and my donations group givers are checked as well. Okay, I want everybody in the database. And then I'm going to come up to my Columns tab, and I'm not really worried about what they gave or what they pledged. I just really want to see their number and their name. And then if you want, you can also bump over Receive Statement as well. And then I'm going to hit Print. So this report is going to show me the number and the name of everybody who does not have their received statement box checked. Looks like we have 19 people here. So you would take this list, you could go back into manage givers and then easily hit the receive statement box for these people if they truly need to have one. Okay. So that's the way to manually do that. Now let's say you just want everybody in your database, regardless of who they are or what they give, to be checked received statement. We do now have a new feature that will allow you to go in and kind of do that mass adjustment for everybody in your database. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to special functions, still in donations, and we're going to go to settings. In here, there is a little checkbox that's, for whatever reason, my eyes have a hard time seeing it, but it's right up here in the top right. And it says set receive statement true for all. So that means I want everybody in my database to have that receive statement box checked. I'm going to check, or I'm going to click that box. It's going to say, are you sure you want to set receive statement true for all active individuals and families in both membership and donations? And I'm going to say yes. And then save down here at the bottom, okay? So that's going to take everybody that we had, those 19 people who didn't have it checked, and it's going to go in and it's going to check those people. So that's a really fast, effective way to just get everybody checked as quickly as you can, okay? All right, folks, I told you it was short and sweet today. So that is everything I needed to go over with you all today.